Today's November the 11th, Monday, Veterans Day. This car is completely ready for paint, base, and clear. It's all been cleaned. Had an alcohol bath tonight. Everything is brushed off. It's been remasked. All the old masking that had the primer on it has been removed. I had seen somewhere where if you don't do that and you shoot clear on top of the same masking that you use for primer, that stuff can flake off and get in your paint job. I don't want to do that. It's a whole lot easier for me to mask the car off again. Spent all day masking this puppy off too, so that's quite an exercise. But this is it. I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. And I'll be using this gun right here for the first time. This is a Black Widow HTE. I shot some paint thinner through it, and it makes a pretty good pattern, I think. I shot the urethane thinned out coat of paint on it, not the high build, but the sealer paint with the Black Widow HVLP. It has a 1.7 tip on it. This one's got a 1.3. So that's what I'm going to use. Wish me luck. 2 coats of base color are on. I'm ready to start to clear. I think this looks pretty smart. Like a little bit of dry right there. I bet that's a little bit of overspray. That should meld into the clear, I hope. At least that's what I'm telling myself. What the heck? Cat hair. Looks like I've got really good coverage. And that's the battery tray. I think this is looking good. What little I know. This has taken me pretty much all day. I started this at about 11 o'clock this morning. It is now, what time is it? Oh, crap. That's what I needed to do. Oh, it didn't touch, thank goodness. That hit that. That did not hit that, thank goodness. It'd be just like something stupid I'd end up doing. It's actually 10 to 3. I have not reset that clock yet. It was about 72 degrees out here this morning when I started it. It's about 76 right now. So that ought to be consistent with clear coat. So I'm going to get started here. Okay, 2 heavy coats clear on it. I've got some areas of frost, or looks like a little bit of dry overspray. Good thing I had planned to cut and buff this thing from the very beginning. I've got a little bit of dirt in it here and there. That's a casualty of having to paint in a garage. But I'm not unhappy with the way it turned out. Not as good as Bondo Billy. I don't think it was spot on it as good as a whole car Bondo Billy would paint. But I got a hobo right there, right at the very end. Little son of a bitch fell in there. I got one run. Out of the whole car, I've got one run, and luckily it's in the clear coat. Whoop. Is that one right there? That's a little run dribble. So I got 2. There's another one right there. See it? Well, that's not too bad for me. If I knew what I was doing, holy cow. I have short reach, and that's the problem, because right down the middle is where it's a little bit frosty. I see a nib right over there in the middle. Right directly between me and that yellow air hose or electrical cable over there. I don't know if that shows up in video or not, but there's a nib. There's a nib right there. Looks like a hair. I got a cat, so that's to be expected. But my one run is here. And that'll be easy to get out. Well, this has been almost a year in the making. 10 months so far. I'm not an unhappy camper. I'm not sure where the freaking camera is on this thing. I guess it must be right there. Yeah, okay, there we go. This car, I have shot the entire thing with this little compressor right here. This thing is 30 years old or more. 6 horsepower, 33 gallons. And that little thing kept up with this whole car. I sprayed multiple layers of epoxy primer. I sprayed multiple layers of urethane 2K primer. And I sprayed 2.5 coats, 3 coats on part of it, 2 coats on the rest of it with paint, and 2 real heavy coats of clear. And that compressor, it struggled, but it kept up with me. It did the trick. So I'm happy with it. So I'm going to give it a rest for a while. I'm going to check and see. It may have flashed off now. So I think I'm under direction to, yeah, it's a little tacky right there. I'm going to wait a little bit. Then I'm going to pull the masking off of it. We are complete with spraying the paint on the car, removing the masking and whatnot. Just wanted to go along, take a look at it. And remember why I fell in love with these cars to start with. Got some little areas of overspray. I planned to cut and buff it from the very beginning, so that's in the works. You know, that's all the masking and crap. But it's all downhill from here. Doing this, well, I was far out of my element. This is quite a learning experience. I'm not looking forward to doing another one, that's for sure. But tell you what, I'm really happy that I did this one. This car's special to me. Now it's just reassembly time. And that's the easy part for me.